Chapter 16 is called A Really Bad Moment for Queen Sycorax to Turn Up. "Queen Sycorax is coming," said Bodkin, just about managing not to faint again. "She mustn't find me here," squealed Wish, absolutely petrified. It was one thing to secretly decide that she wanted to be friends with the wizard. It was quite another to be found by her mother in the act of not just sympathising with the enemy, but actively unknocking their cell and helping them escape. "Don't worry," said Tsar. "Hide and I'll deal with her. I'll be polite this time, I promise. Give me the sword and lock the door behind you." "Be nice to her, Tsar," warned Wish, throwing at Tsar the enchanted sword. "Trust me," grinned Tsar. Bodkin and Wish ran out of the room and hid round the corner in desperate haste, for from the sound of her footsteps, Queen Sycorax was approaching at quite a speed. She was coming to offer Tsar one last chance to see sense and to get the sprite to the stone that takes away magic in time to save his life. Surely even a wizard boy with no conscience at all would not want his sprite to die. But Tsar was proving to be unexpectedly obstinate. Sycorax was alarmed to find that she had lost her key. Luckily she had a spare. Furious to see her sentry fast asleep, and as soon as she set foot in the dungeon, she sensed something had gone wrong. Queen Sycorax knew every noise that went on in her underground home, every drop of water, every muffled moan from her prisoners, every tap of the guard, every flicker of candle, every line of song, ghost or sprite was familiar to Queen Sycorax. There was something awry, she knew it. She moved up from her normal glide to a most unaccustomed actual run, so that her footsteps made quite a racket in those echoing corridors. Bumbleboozle had not warned them. Sycorax would have caught her daughter in the act of aiding and abetting the enemy. But Bodkin and Wish had whisked round the corner in the nick of time, locking the door again behind them. So when Queen Sycorax unlocked the door of cell number 445 and swept in with a regal swish of her rich red cloak, Tsar was standing in the middle of the room as if nothing had happened, the enchanted sword behind his back. "What is going on?" panted Queen Sycorax. "Nothing," said Tsar innocently. Snapped Queen Sycorax disbelievingly, her eyes ranging suspiciously all over Tsar, but she did not trust him for 1 second. "This is your last chance, Tsar, son of Manganzo," snapped Queen Sycorax. "I will not come back again tonight, and your sprite will be dead by morning. Where is my sword?" "Would this be the sword that you were talking about?" said Tsar thoughtfully, taking the sword out from behind his back. Queen Sycorax went absolutely rigid with shock. A low growling behind her, and 3 enormous snowcats with teeth like kitchen knives were slowly, menacingly creeping out of the shadows. "How were they unchained from the wall?" breathed Sycorax, as white as her dress. "Who brought you my key? And where did you get my sword?" "Never you mind, but don't move, Queen Sycorax," said Tsar, "or I will kill you with this sword." "That beastly boy!" She should have brought guards with her, but the guards had thoroughly searched him, so she thought she was perfectly safe visiting an unarmed little boy and a few sprites, all safely locked up in her most secure cell. Sycorax's hand crept towards her waistband, where her own sword was hanging. "I said, don't move," said Tsar, and there was a gleam in his eye that made Queen Sycorax halt. Wizards were generally peaceable people, but Tsar was not like most wizards the Queen had ever met. "So, Tsar, son of Manganzo," spat Queen Sycorax, infuriated to find the tables had been turned on her, "what are you going to do now that you've burgled my sword?" "I'm going to take my sprite to the stone that takes away magic," said Tsar, "and then I'm going to release the Vance and other magic prisoners that you have wickedly locked up here, and we can all escape from this fort of dullness and iron turnip heads and go back to wizard camp where we belong." "You'll be arrested as soon as you leave these dungeons," said Queen Sycorax. "Giants are rather visible, and this fort is swarming with guards." "But you're a tricky, wicked queen with a lot of secrets," said Tsar, "so I bet you have a secret exit to these dungeons, and a secret password too." "Perhaps I do," said Queen Sycorax dryly, "but it is highly unlikely I would tell you about either in the circumstances." "How about if I try to strike you a bargain, just like you offered me one?" said Tsar craftily. "If you tell me the way to the Chamber of Magic Removal and the way to the secret exit and also the secret password, I will leave you this sword." Queen Sycorax was delighted, although she didn't show it. She really, really wanted that sword, especially now that the witches had returned to the forest. The boy thought he was so clever, but he obviously didn't realise the importance of that particular enchanted sword to offer it up so easily. "I accept your bargain," said Queen Sycorax smoothly. "The way to the Chamber of Magic Removal is—" "Oh, no," interrupted Tsar. No, please stop right there, Queen Sycorax." He reached into his waistcoat and withdrew a small bottle. Apparently, queens can tell lies in pursuit of a higher good, of course. So I'm afraid you're going to have to tell me the answer while holding the Love Never Lies potion. So I know you were telling me the truth. Queen Sycorax gave him a look of the purest dislike. She's met her match here. Tsar handed her the Love Never Lies potion. The way to the Chamber of Magic Removal is to turn right and go down the corridor, and it's the 7th door in the Great Cavern. And from there, you can reach the secret exit by turning left at every second turning, and the secret password is control, said Queen Sycorax. Tsar made her say it twice to check the love potion wasn't changing colour, but it remained red, so she must be telling him the truth. He took the Love Never Lies potion from her. And now I leave you the sword, said Tsar, holding up the Love Never Lies potion so that Queen Sycorax could see it clearly. And as soon as he said those words, the liquid inside turned blacker than soot. Whoops, said Tsar happily. Dear, oh dear, how confusing. It appears that I was lying, grinned Tsar. It's so difficult to keep up, isn't it? Tricked! The horrible little wizard boy had tricked Sycorax into giving him the secret passcode, and he was going to take the sword anyway. It is always annoying for a very tricky person like Queen Sycorax to finally meet someone even trickier than herself. So, yeah, we'll have to find out what happens tomorrow, what Queen Sycorax is going to do. I don't think she's going to take this. Put that line down.